Okay, YouTube. Today we're going to discuss the biggest fear I think every man has when it comes to dating women. So I'm going to tell you what that is. I'll see you guys soon. Yo, what is going on YouTube? Y'all already know who it is. It's your favorite boy. It's your favorite man. It's your favorite damn person in your entire damn life. This is your boy, Tyreek, coming back to y'all with another video. If you have not already, please like, comment, and subscribe. And please turn on those notifications so you guys know exactly when I upload. You can watch all my lovely content. And please, after you've watched this full video, go back and watch my previous content. Have a lot of great material and a lot of good information on there. So today, y'all, I'm going to discuss to you guys what I think is the biggest fear most men have when it comes to dating. So we're going to get straight into it. The biggest fear I think most men have when it comes to dating, especially with women, is I think most men subconsciously and deep down inside fear that they will never find their person or they'll be single forever. And I know a lot of people are going to say, oh, well, both genders feel that way. I feel like it's very different for men. I feel like women have an abundance of options and an abundance of availability where men do not. I feel like it's a very, very different thing for men. I feel like I have talked to a lot of men in my life that are 35 years old, 40 years old, 50 years old, and they have never had a girlfriend in their entire life. There are some guys I know that have never kissed a woman. You know what I mean? I know there's some guys that maybe gone on 3 or 4 dates in their entire life in their 30s, 40s, 50s. And one of the big reasons why is because men, we get rejected way, way more. You know what I mean? And like I've already discussed rejection with men, so I'm not gonna get too much into it. But as a man, we get rejected way more. And I hate to say it, but if you are not a fairly good looking man or you have a lot going for yourself, you are already at the bottom of the pack. It's already bad enough when you, as a guy in general, because you get rejected. But when you, even me, right? I'm 6'5", black, tall, in shape, you know what I mean? And even me, right? I get rejected, and I'm not trying to say I'm the best looking guy in the world, but even a guy like me gets rejected all the time, right? So if I'm getting rejected and I'm all these things, right? And I'm not trying to, like, you know, talk down on other people, but even if I get rejected, I can't imagine someone that's like a guy who's like 5'2", maybe out of shape, you know what I mean? Maybe he's a little awkward, unorthodox, you know what I mean? I can't imagine how hard that is for him to, you know, get a woman. So my whole point is, I think because men, we struggle with getting rejected all the time. And then, like I said, there's a few men that, you know, we don't find women that are willing to give us a chance. So I think deep down inside, a lot of men, we cling on to whatever woman gives us time or attention. I know a lot of guys, they can spend their whole lives searching for one woman, and they might meet a woman one day, and then even if they're not good to them, they will stick to them because they feel like they'll never find someone else. Or I know a lot of guys that, you know, like I said, have never had a woman give them an opportunity. I hate to say it, but there's a lot of men in this world that have trying to date their entire lives and have maybe been on a handful of dates but never found anyone. And it's really sad. And I hate the fact that as men, we have this fear. Now, I've already discussed why you should love learning how to be single, but the reality is, and I hate to say it, but I wouldn't be honest if I didn't say this, there are some people that will never ever find their person. And that sounds negative to say, but that's the God honest truth. There are people in this world right now that have been searching their entire lives, men and women, and they're late, you know, they're older, you know what I mean? They spent their whole lives and they have never found their person. Is it rare? Is it a minority? Yes, but there are people like that, you know what I mean, that have never found their person. So the biggest thing is, I feel like as men, is we fear the fact that we will never find our woman. And nowadays it's becoming increasingly more likely as a man, because I've seen studies where guys are now in their 30s, and a lot of the studies are showing a lot of guys in their 30s that have not dated, and guys in their 40s like are barely finding girlfriends. So now it seems like men in general in our society in this day and age are getting pushed back and further in age to start dating than it's ever been before. And it's very sad, but I just want to say this. as men, we have to accept rejection. We also have to accept love being single, and whatever is meant for us is meant for us, and all we can do is have faith and keep trying. The moment you stop trying and you give up, that's it. You know, there's nothing else you can really do. So you got to keep trying and put yourself out there 1,000 times. Unfortunately, some people just ain't gonna find a person, but if you keep trying and trying and trying and put yourself out there and you keep giving it all you got and keep trying to date, you have a very, very, very high likelihood of finding someone. You know what I mean? So, man, I understand we all have this fear, but if you believe in yourself and you keep trying no matter what happens, no matter how many times you get rejected, I have true faith that we'll all find our people. So, yeah. If you guys enjoyed this video, you guys already know what to do. And I'm going to get up out of here, y'all. But this has been your boy, Tyreek, and I'll see y'all in the next video.